Hi, this is our Monday night yoga class at home. I wanted to do it, but probably the way it's best for all of us right now. Just stay safe at home. I won't be doing this every Monday night. I know I won't be here next week for sure. But we have tonight, and there's a lot of other options for you as well. Start off just settling ourselves in and perhaps closing your eyes if that feels okay. Soft gaze to the floor otherwise. Finding a tall spine, whether you sit on your knees or sit on your bum or sit in a chair. I guess that's on your bum. We're just going to take a nice full breath and let it go. You might put a hand on your belly. You might put one behind you on your back. Feel your belly and your back fill up in that inhale and release on the exhale. You might also option of trying bringing your fingers to your rib cage. Filling up on the inhale, releasing on the exhale. We'll be here for a few breaths, so find a place that resonates with you. Maybe it's just with your hands on your lap, finding yourself tall, and releasing on the exhale. Fill up on the inhale, release on the exhale, and let go. We came here tonight for ourselves. Keep your breathing going. Showing up on our mats when we can. Showing up to let go and give ourselves that time we need. One more inhale and exhale. Maybe you had your hands someplace. Maybe just rest them softly on your legs. And just coming back to normal breath. Taking a moment just to notice if you feel a little lighter after letting go of a few breaths. Usually at the beginning of class we like to try to set some type of an intention. It just might be being focused here for yourself. Maybe you dedicate your class to someone else, someone that can't practice, or someone that you'd like to practice with. Either way, feel the love and however you decide that dedication to be. Take one more breath. And if your eyes are closed, gently blink them open. We're going to inhale, our arms come straight up to the ceiling. And exhale, goalpost our arms, dropping those elbows, opening the chest on that exhale. Take one more inhale, maybe a gentle back bend, press through your feet. And exhale, bring the palms together, elbows together, and roll forward. Like a cow, cat part. So we're going to inhale and open up. And exhale and round forward. Find that on your own breath. Inhale and open. Exhale and round forward. One more. Inhale and open. Exhale. Bring it forward and bring it down. Hands to the earth. And we're going to come into cat-cow. I'm just going to be turning sideways. So if you were sitting on a block like I would, move it out of your way. There'll be times I'll be facing this way, that way. I have little angles here on my mats. Just try to, it's kind of hard to get. I don't have the tripod or anything. Find your cat-cows here instead of me talking. Inhaling, letting that belly drop, the tailbone rise, the chest come forward. Exhale, rounding the other direction. Being mindful of what your spine needs tonight. Take nice full breaths on those inhales and exhales. Maybe get your Ujjayi Way breath going. That's kind of that Darth Vader. Some of us, we've talked about it before. Feel the back of your throat where your breath comes through. Take those cat-cows to whatever your body needs. Maybe circles. Maybe it's still regular cat-cows are just fine too. Find that stretch. If you're working through the day today like me and sitting a lot, you might need a little more stretchy movement. Versus if your body was walking around all day or doing physical work, your body might need a little bit more time in those movements. Find about 3 more breaths and whatever feels good. Back in a child's pose as you're ready. Finding your child's pose. Staying with your breath in child's pose. Allowing yourself to relax those arms. We'll be using them a little more again. Take a breath. If your arms aren't forward, reach them forward. Nice extended child's pose. Get a nice stretch. Come up on those fingertips. Stretch through the shoulders. Allow the neck to be long. Inhale and rise up. Exhale and come forward into that lunge or half plank. We'll get to the lunges next. Exhale. Come back to that extended child's pose. Inhale all the way to that kneeling plank. I got it right that time. Find your flow. Pause where it feels good. Find that breath. Maybe it feels good to allow the back to arch. Maybe it feels good to do a little bit of a push-up here, bringing that strength in. You decide. I'm going to adjust my camera because I'm not sure I'm getting to the floor very well. All best laid plans here aren't always going well. There we go. So, find one more movement. We'll meet in tabletop and find some spinal balance here. So we might bring that right arm up and the left leg up, pushing that heel back, finding that long, lean belly, finding your breath, bringing that belly button towards your spine. One more inhale and exhale, set that down. Find the other side. Left arm comes out, right leg comes out. Nice full breath. Just breathe, inhales and exhales. Inhales grow longer. Exhales, stay there. One more inhale and exhale and bring it down. We're going to move this a little faster now, but you don't have to. We inhale and we exhale. Inhale. Exhale, set it down, back to the right. Inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Adding on, we're going to inhale, exhale, elbow long, set it down. Other side, inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale long, exhale down. One more on each side. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale long, set it down. And last, inhale, exhale. Inhale, set it down. Come on back, curl your toes, and sit back onto your heels. Get a little stretch on those toes. Try to get the pinky toes if you can. If that feels painful, this is something you should practice. Means your shoes aren't probably doing you any favor. Maybe you're like me, you find yourself walking around in barefoot more often now, which your feet kind of start liking this kind of a pose. I'm around the house more. I'm not a shoe person. Find your breath. Let's go ahead and step the right foot forward, kneeling lunge. Lean into that, both hands on your thigh. Give that back leg a nice stretch. A nice stretch through here. And let's exhale and send that into a half monkey pose as we come down. Hands frame the leg. And pull that foot up. Toes up towards your knee. Nose towards your knee. One more breath. And bring that foot back forward to that lunge. We're going to go ahead and rise our hands up on an inhale. Back foot can be up on your toes for a little bit of a brace back there to do more of a back bend. Or you can leave it flat and strengthen it. One more breath here. Inhale and exhale. That left hand's going to come down and the right hand. Notice I'm turning it to wave at you guys. So you wave towards me so that palm is facing the same way as your face. Notice, sometimes when we come around, we get our arm kind of back here and stuck. So you might bring your hand down by your leg and then draw it up. Get all nice open. Press through that bottom hand on the floor. Open up as far as you can, looking up beyond. Inhale and exhale, and go ahead and bring that down to the inside. We're going to go ahead and set that foot to the side. You can turn long ways on your mat. I just happen to have luxury 2 mats here so that your foot stays on the mat if you don't want it to be on the floor. We're in gate pose. So we're going to come over and find that nice stretch. Big full breath. Relax into it. Inhale, exhale, let yourself relax just a little more into that side stretch. Inhale, bring it all the way down. Sometimes we flow, this time we're not. That hand comes through the floor. We're going to bring the other hand up and maybe across our ear and forward, finding that nice kneeling side plank. Take one more breath. Elongate that long leg on that inhale. Reach from those fingers. And exhale, turn back toward your mat. If you were long on your mat, you'll be back on it properly. And go ahead and curl those toes and come up and down dog. And we're just going to pedal that out a little before we go to the other side. So do what feels good here in down dog. Remember, we're pressing in those starfish hands. Pressing our fingers into the mat, especially the index finger. It'll take the weight off your wrists. Find out maybe hula moving your hips side to side in that walk the dog, or just the knees. Take one more breath in stillness and down dog. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly come on back down. Rise up into that tall shape. Exhale, hands to your heart. Step that left foot forward. Got that lunge series to do on this side. So we'll lean into it. You might be able to see the lean a little more on this back leg for me. On this side, hands are just relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed and open. Find your breath. Not going to move too fast tonight. My class, we've had a 2-week break, and if you haven't been doing something else, maybe we'll also kickstart you into that. Exhale and let your seat go back towards that back foot. Bow the head down. Hands can be on either side of the leg, wherever they work for you. And then come forward just a hair so you can resituate. Exhale and pull those toes up towards your knee. Let that head bow down. And here we go. Inhale, coming up. Right hand down, left hand comes up. I don't like my back to you, so I'm going to turn this way for this. Take one more breath. Remember where that arm needs to be, hand facing out, turn the wrist, wave at me. Exhale, and we're going to bring that down to the inside. And we're going to turn. So since I got a little bit sideways, I'm just going to stick my foot out here. Turn. If you're comfortable coming up into that gate pose, exhale and flow down. Nice inhale, and as you exhale, lean into it. Find your breath. It's a little different. One more breath. And inhale, come on over. Right hand comes down to the floor, left hand comes up and maybe over your ear, elongating your body all the way from fingertip to toe tip on that left side. Nice full breath and let it go. Inhale and exhale. Bring yourself back. We're going to get our feet back behind us. I'm going to turn around on this side of the mat again. You do what works for you. I'm probably making it all seem crazy. Just find the front side of your mat or the back side. Nice full breath here. We're going to bring those hands back down and find down dog. Okay, we find that pedaling once more. Nice inhale and exhale. Bring those biceps forward. Triceps back, so you're rotating like you're trying to squeeze tennis balls in your armpits. Weight in your fingers. And test out how we feel. Raise that right leg up a ways. Doesn't have to be all the way. Maybe yours is right here. Maybe it's just bringing the toe up. And bring it down. And then we're going to bring the left leg up. Maybe when you raise that leg, it helps your chest go back towards your knees. And set it down. Let's try that right leg one more time. How's those wrists doing? Press into the fingers. Raise the right leg. And we're going to bend that knee and stack our hips and open. Press into both hands, both fingers. And go ahead and bring that yourself into a plank. And come back up. Try yourself. You can always bring that foot back down one more time. Back up. This is probably one of our last hard moves. Bring it back around. Step it forward. Turn that back foot and rise up into warrior one. Warrior one, our back foot's at 45 degrees. You might find your hips facing the front of your mat. Front knee's bent, however deep you want it to be. Arms up or not. Just breathe. Inhale and exhale. We're going to bring our hands down to our thigh. Straighten that front leg and come to a flat back. So we have this partial pyramid coming on here. You might feel like me, I needed to bring that back foot up just a little. I was a little wide. Think about trying to balance your hips out. And if you're ready for full pyramid and feel like dropping your hands down, your nose to your knee, keeping that leg straight. straightish. Let yourself fall into that inversion. If you're up here, don't worry about it. That's a good place for you. That feels good and you're getting a nice stretch back here in your hamstring. If you're down with nose to knee, let's come up to the thigh. And then rise all the way up. And bend that front knee back to warrior one. Inhale and exhale. We're going to cartwheel the hands down and step it back. Down dog. Exhale to plank. We got that little chaturanga flow going. Lower yourself. Take your knees down if you need. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale. Finding our first back bend this way. And exhale, pushing ourselves back to down dog. Find your breath. 3 full breaths. That was 1. And 2. And 3rd breath. Let's raise that left leg up. And maybe stack those, bend the knees, stack the hips, open up that hip. Press through both fingers and hands. Take 1 more breath. Bringing that knee down, ankle down to the back side of the knee, coming to that plank if you can. Alternative would be to stay still or maybe just lower the leg and raise it. 1 more time. Full movement or the partial movement or whatever movement or no movement. We're going to bring that knee around and step it forward. Scoot your foot around if you need to. Rise up into warrior one. Find your breath. After a little work, we can notice our heart rate's a little more working. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and open our arms up once like we did at the beginning. Open that chest just a little. And then exhale, bringing the hands to the thigh, straighten the leg, and coming to that flat back, our pyramid. Modified pyramid, your pyramid. Maybe your pyramid lets you float down, knee to nose. Your pyramid might be here. Another thing that these blocks are great for is that it can help you with that pyramid pose. You might be right here. You might be somewhere in between. 1 more breath in pyramid. And if you were low, come high. We're coming back to that hand on the thigh. And we're going to go ahead and bend that knee. Rise back up. Breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to turn wide like star. Toes wide, heels wide. And go ahead and come on down into a nice yogi squat. Yeah, we're going to flow from here. So we're going to inhale up and find those sunflowers flowing down. Rising up, flowing down, rising up. So it's a squat, lean forward, you're hinging at the hips, bending the knees, squatting, working those hips. Inhale on up, exhale on the down. Maybe you come up on your tippy toes. No fall over like I almost did. Once more, and we'll end in the down 1 more time. Find your breath. Hands to thighs. We're going to straighten those legs. Turn the toes so they're pointing to the long edge of your mat. And fold it down. One more inversion here in that upside down mode. Let your head hang heavy. One more breath. And we're going to walk to ourselves to turn towards the front edge of our mat, whatever that might be for you. I'm turning this way. We're going to meet in down dog. Find that pedal. Find your breath. Exhale to plank. And bend those knees and drop yourself down. Find your easy cobra. And set it down. And push all the way back up to down dog. Take that right leg and step it forward. Turn the back foot and come on up in warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Take ourselves through a nice full flow. Inhale into that reverse warrior. And exhale, come to your side angle pose. You might be here, you might be here, you might be down here. Your arm can be up. Wherever you like that arm to be, wherever you want that bottom hand to be. You want more work today, you can take it out. One more breath. Turn your hands. Cream your foot. Step it back. Walk it out. Big full breath and inhale and down dog. Exhale to plank. Inhale to come forward. Exhale to lower. Inhale to rise up in your back bend. And then transition to down dog. 3 full breaths. Inhale that left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Transition that back foot. Come up to warrior one. Find your breath. Big full breath. One more inhale. Exhale. Move to warrior two. And breathe. Inhale into that reverse warrior. Might look different in your body. Your legs might be lower. Your legs might be higher. Exhale forward to that side angle pose. Your choosing again. Remember, yoga is about your body and where you need to be for your challenge. One more breath. And turn towards your feet. Step it back to down dog. Inhale and exhale to plank. Inhale to lower it down. And come on up. And meet me back in down dog. We're just going to go ahead and walk our hands and feet towards the middle of our mat. Meeting in the middle and rising up. Finding that standing pose that we haven't been at it for a while. I need a little balance in. So that I turn face you guys. Alright, so I won't say it's easy peasy, but we're just going to do a standing stair step with a little warrior three. A little challenge for us. And let's see. I'll do the side that works best for me first, and this other side I'll show you. Now I'll do the side that doesn't work best for me first. Many of my classmates know that I have to take care of my right hip a little. So we're going to bring that foundation and grounding to our right foot. And move a little because the double mats don't help me any. Alright, so toe kick on that left foot. And then go ahead and bring it up into that stair step when you're ready. So it looks like a up on the side. Finding your grounding. You might find a place out in space that doesn't move for you. And this might be where, but if you can, that's the part I can do. This is the part that doesn't work for me. We're going to warrior three, where you're kicking that foot back and making a capital letter T. Alright, so with me taking care of it, my capital letter T has my toe on the ground back there. And maybe I bring my arms out still. So most of my weight's in my right leg, but I have that left toe back there just to help a little. It might help your balance. Maybe you can lift it a little ways. As you're ready, we rise back up. 2 legs, nice inhale, tall. And exhale, hands to your heart. Just pause. Maybe close your eyes. Take a moment to acknowledge what you made through, what your body can do, not what it can't do. You balanced for a second, or maybe you didn't balance so well, but you didn't fall down, huh? That's always an accomplishment. Okay, so we like to keep ourselves balanced on both sides. We're going to put our weight into our left leg, toe kick the right leg. I'll turn this way. Start with that, find that stair step. And if this is enough for you, maybe you want to challenge yourself and bring your arms up. You can find other ways to challenge yourself, even closing your eyes. If you're ready to move on, you might try to step it back, raise it up, or find that warrior 3. Find where you are. Take one more breath wherever that is. And meet me in that tall standing mountain. Nice full inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart and pause. You've made it through that challenge. And that's something you can always come back to at any time, even washing dishes, standing, balancing on one leg. If you didn't get your toe off the ground, don't worry about it. Every day is a little different. All right, we're going to flow ourselves back down to the mat. So like inhale up, exhale, fold. We're going to halfway lift and offer that heart on an inhale. Exhale, deep hands to the mat and step it back to down dog. Nice full breath, inhale and exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees so that you're hovering over your mat. Hold it there, find your breath, press into those fingertips. And then come forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists. So you're almost in a plank, a bent knee plank. And notice how that feels. You engage your abs. Come on back to down dog, straightening those legs and pedaling that out. We're going to do that one more time. And we didn't stay there long, but you might take more time to notice how your abs engage as you come forward. As we exhale, we'll bend the knees, coming into that crouching dog. Inhale and exhale as you come forward, bringing those shoulders over your wrists. Find your breath. We're going to stay here just a little longer, so don't hold your breath. Breathe. Drop your knees if you need to. One more breath. Are you trembling? And set those knees down. Set it back to child's pose. Relax the arms. Maybe turn your wrists so that your backs of your hands are to each other. Like that makes a little heart underneath my forehead. I'm pressing those backs of your hands to each other and giving your wrists a nice little stretch. Take one more breath in your child's pose. Then come on around. And take a nice little sit. I'll face this way. Feet, legs extended out. Spine tall. Let's go ahead and bend the right knee and bring it in close, sitting up tall. Keep the toes on that left foot active, pointing upwards. Take your right hand and circle it up and around so so it sits behind you. Nice little catch. I go this way. It's got my kickstand back there. My left hand can hold my knee. It can come on the inside with the elbow against the knee. Whatever works for you. But first worry about opening that right shoulder. Inhale tall. Exhale. Turn at the belly button. That might give you more space to move into a little bit different pose. You may even have your hand out. This time in November we start thinking about giving and Thanksgiving and gratefulness and giving to people. So you might let your hand out there to give. But you might also think about it as a friendly way for you to receive as well. Not anything of value, of monetary, but personally receiving for yourself the things you do in your yoga practice. Give those nice gestures to your friends. They give them to you, so you need to receive them. One more breath. And as we exhale, we'll come back around to the center. Let that knee go wide and open up. And then walk both hands. Tall spine. You're thinking belly towards knee, towards leg, towards thigh, not head towards knee. We're just letting that chest come down. So you may not go very far. And this is still a tall spine in the back. You might notice if I was to drop my head down, how everything curves. If you'd like to drop your head down now, try it out. Find you a whole different stretch. They're both good. They're just different. Walk yourself back up. We're going to counter that twist we did before. Just taking our hands to the long leg. The left hand comes behind. Sit up tall and give yourself an easy stretch towards the other side. Bring it back. You're going to pick that knee up. Pick up your foot. And give yourself a real easy rock the baby here. We'll take that ankle and set it down on our leg, left leg. Cross the ankles. Nice inhale and exhale and reach it forward. If you need to bend your knees here, you might grab your arms underneath. Better either. The need is maybe your back needs that knees bent. That might help really get you closer. Stretch your back in a nice way. If you're very flexible, you might go reach your feet and get your head down there. Try that hug. It also is a nice stretch on the back of your shoulders. And as I talk through that, we'll walk ourselves up. Hang the legs out. Stretch them out wide. And shake them out. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's bend the left knee. And bring that up close. Right toes are pointing upwards. Nice inhale. I'll turn this way. This way. Exhale. Bring that arm up and around. Kickstand behind you. Sit up tall. Long spine. Exhale and open that left shoulder. Find where you want to put that right arm, whether it was holding the knee or bringing the elbow in. You might have it up. Take your breath. Find where that twist feels really groovy for you. Again, maybe you're giving. Maybe you're receiving. Sometimes just holding that hand out and having that change in what your brain is thinking about that hand will just change in your mind, the mindset. And a little shift. One more breath. And bring yourself back around to the center. Nice and easily and slowly open that left knee. So it comes to the inside. And Again, we're going to start off without walking our fingers, your side of the leg, chest towards the leg, and just pause here in that long spine. Notice where you feel the stretchiness, not causing pain. Maybe you feel like stretching the back in a different way and letting your nose drop down to your knee. Maybe when you exhale, you feel that stretch across your upper back. Gently walk it back up. And pick that left leg up. Foot and knee. And find that nice hip action. Rock the baby. Moving the hip. Might even bring it up and down. One more breath. And as you let go, gently slide that ankle down that leg. And pause here. Exhale and find your fold. And maybe like the one-legged, we do it both ways. That you might be here and lying on your legs. Or you might find some release in bringing your arms underneath your knees. For me, that's while I can bring my hands down to my feet, when I bring my arms underneath my knees, I get more stretch in my upper back. Allowing that breath to stretch the shoulder blades, the neck. Take one more breath and gently make your way out of this. We're going to be down to our back next. I think you'll all be able to see me. As we finish towards the end of class today, I have a little poem to read to you. We're not done yet. We got a little bit of work on our bridge and that, and then I'll let you end in your final relaxation, and I'll do my namaste, and I'll leave it rolling, but feel free to stay in your final relaxation for however long you'd like to tonight. Gently make your way down to your back. Knees are up, feet are flat. Let's see. Ensuring you can see me. We're going to press our feet against the floor and raise our hips up. Maybe roll those shoulders. And let yourself just press open to the ceiling, open the heart. And exhale, let yourself down. Finding all the vertebrae hitting the floor. Eventually, windshield wiper your knees. We're going to do that up again as we go up. Maybe this time you can interlace your fingers underneath. Even if you don't, the point is trying to roll those shoulders more underneath your arms, more underneath your shoulders. And stack them underneath your shoulder blades, which may let you lift your hips a little higher. Bringing that up. Finding your stretch. You may look different than me. Taking a couple breaths here. You can do that without the hands clasped as well. Gently release the hands if you clasp them, and then let your shoulders slide apart as your back comes down to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Release and slide back and forth. We're going to take our feet as wide as the mat. I have to center myself on my mat a little more. And then let your feet, your knees, both go to the left. So this is where if that left knee going to the floor doesn't feel too much of a stretch, or the right knee flat is good. But if you like some more stretch, take that left toe or heel and bring it up onto your right knee and allow the weight of that leg to stretch that hip more. Do what works for you. If the legs going that direction might have been just plenty for you. some messages going on my phone that's doing this live, so hopefully it's not interrupting you guys. Take another breath. If you lock that heel, drop it off. Bring both knees back up. Do a nice little windshield wiper both ways a few times here. Maybe bring your knees to your chest. Roll that spine just a little. Return those knees back to the other side. We have two sides to stretch. Windshield wiper get you going, and then drop your knees over to the right. Again, same thing. This might be plenty of stretch for you the way it goes, or maybe you'd like to put that heel on top of the knee and let that bring more stretch to that IT band, that hip flexor on the left side. Try to relax that right leg though, and let the weight just do the work. Your arms could be anywhere. I didn't really guide you anywhere with them. You could have goalpost arms or out straight. Find one more breath. Release that heel if it was there. Put both feet on the floor. And find that windshield wiper motion a couple times back and forth again. We're going to happy baby next. So bring those knees up to your chest. Reach down and grab your feet, either the outside. So we reach between our legs if you can. And grab either the outside or the inside of your feet. And bring your feet up towards the ceiling. Your knees end up more towards your armpits. Everybody looks a little different in this pose. Roll around a little. Think about keeping your tailbone down for a few breaths. Doing a little bit more isometric push with your feet and hands. And then again, you might feel like then after 2 or 3 breaths of that, to roly-poly, maybe stretch an alternate leg. Maybe stretch both legs. Find your breath. Find that happy baby. Let's go ahead as you're ready and bring those feet down to the mat. Do one last little adjustment your body needs, whatever that might be. Maybe it's finding a lying cobbler's pose. Maybe it's just bringing wind blowing, bringing knees up into the chest. Maybe it's just stretching your legs out long. Take a few breaths, make your adjustments, and find yourself heading towards your final relaxation pose. If you prefer final relaxation, just sit up, that's fine too. You're at home, make yourself comfortable. Maybe you want a blanket. Maybe you want something underneath your legs. Maybe you want to do legs up the wall tonight. I'm going to sit up, guide you through your breath for just a few breaths, and then read that poem for you. Take a moment here, once you've found your Shavasana, to just notice. Our breath is the first to notice. And notice your shoulders against the mat. Can your breath relax them just a little bit more? Relax your spine, fully supported on your mat. Let your hips and your legs relax. Let your head relax. Close your eyes if they weren't closed yet. And take time with your breath. A little bit longer. Maybe hand on belly. And find an inhale. Count of 5. Maybe a little longer exhale to the count of 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 6, 7, 8. I'll count the wrong way. 2, 1. And let go. This poem I copied and then I did not save the author. Where I'm from, people still wave to each other. And if someone doesn't, you might say of her, she wouldn't wave at you to save her life. But you try anyway. Give her a smile. This is just one of the many ways we take care of one another. Say, I see you. I feel you. I know you are real. I wave. To Rick, who picks up litter while walking his black labs, hauling donut boxes, cigarette packs, and countless beer cans out of the brush beside the road. And I say hello to Christy, who leaves almond croissants in our mailbox and mason jars of fresh pressed apple cider on our porch. I can stop to check in on my mother-in-law. She's more like a second mother, who buys us toothpaste when it's on sale and calls if an unfamiliar car is parked at our house. We're going to have to return to this way of life, this giving without expectation, this loving without conditions. We need to stand eye to eye again and keep asking, no matter how busy, how are you? How's your wife? How's your child? How's that knee? Keep making this talk that we call small, but kindness is huge, and that's what keeps us alive. Stay here as long as you want. Stay with your breath. Enjoy your week. Namaste.